Jesus spoke to some people who thought their good works would get them to heaven. And these people really looked down their nose at everybody else. So Jesus taught them by telling a story about two men that went to the temple to pray. Two men went to the temple in Jerusalem one day. They went there because they had decided to pray. The first man prayed in a way that was odd. He was filled with pride and he boasted to God. This man was religious. He was so proud of his life. He looked down at others with their trouble and strife. He sneered at the other man. He was a crook. He listed his sins and gave him a look. The religious man spoke with a brag and a boast. He listed the things he was proud of the most. He prayed out so loudly that everyone would hear. But God was not listening. That much is clear. God listened to the second man, who spoke of his sin. He felt so sorry and guilty, and he felt it within. He couldn't look to heaven because he felt so bad about what he had done and the thoughts that he'd had. But God, he was listening. The man meant what he said. I've sinned against God and it fills me with dread. I feel ever so guilty. I've been bad all along. Deal with me in mercy, for I have done wrong. God answered the prayer of the man who repented. He went back to his house, forgiven, contented. When we come to God and say we're sorry for sin, He forgives us and cleanses us so deeply within. This is all possible, for Jesus died on a cross to save us from punishment, ruin and loss. Stop trying to be good enough to make it to heaven. Trust now in Jesus. Know your sins are forgiven.